Hey everyone, welcome back to Alt Buzz, your go-to channel for all things tech, gadgets, and, of course, drones. Today we're diving into some hot rumors surrounding one of the most anticipated drones of the future, the DJI Mavic 4. Yeah, you heard that right. The Mavic 4. With almost 3 years since the release of the Mavic 3, fans are buzzing with questions like, when is it coming? What will it offer? And is 2025 the year we finally get our hands on it? Stick around as we uncover everything we know so far and uh, try to make sense of all these leaks and rumors. So let's start with the big question. Why the wait? The Mavic 3 series was a game changer when it launched almost 3 years ago. And since then, DJI has kept us on our toes. There were updates, of course, like the Mavic 3 Pro last year, but no mainline upgrade to the Mavic range since then. It's a bit of a mixed signal from DJI. On one hand, it shows they're actively working on new Mavic models, but on the other hand, it raises the possibility that the Mavic 4 might be a little further away than we hoped. The latest chatter suggests that we might finally see the Mavic 4 in early 2025, possibly around January or February. And if we're lucky, we might catch our first glimpse of this drone in the early part of the year, maybe even sooner. But let's keep our expectations in check because, well, DJI's been known to keep things under wraps until they're absolutely ready to wow us. Now let's talk leaks. Earlier this year, a prominent leaker at Quadro News shared what's believed to be the first look at the Mavic 4, but it came with a catch. The image showed a partially assembled or possibly damaged unit, sparking more questions than answers. Was it a prototype, a work in progress, or just a sneak peek at what's coming down the production line? We can't be sure. The image suggests that the Mavic 4 retains the familiar quadcopter design we all know and love, but some changes might be coming. A larger camera sensor? Maybe. And given the Mavic 3's impressive Micro Four Thirds sensor, could we see a shift to something even better? Or maybe a new twist on sensor tech altogether? All right, let's dive into the potential specs of the Mavic 4, because this is where things get really interesting. The Mavic 3 already set a high bar, with features like a Micro Four Thirds sensor, 4K video recording at 120 frames per second, and up to 46 minutes of flight time. So, what can we expect from the Mavic 4? Well, while there's a lot of speculation, some are saying that the Mavic 4 might come with a similar sensor size, maybe even the same 1-inch CMOS sensor that we've seen fans asking for. But would that actually be an upgrade? The Mavic 3 already boasts fantastic image quality thanks to its Hasselblad camera system, so any changes might focus on improving the internal software, flight control, and tracking capabilities rather than just the hardware. One area where we could see improvements is in speed and range. The Mavic 3 Pro already hits a top speed of 21 meters per second and has an impressive range of up to 28 kilometers. Expect the Mavic 4 to push those numbers a little further, especially with advancements in motor efficiency and battery tech. But don't hold your breath for a massive leap. DJI tends to make incremental but meaningful improvements that focus on enhancing the overall user experience. Flight time is always a hot topic when it comes to drones, and the Mavic 4 is no exception. The Mavic 3's 46-minute flight time was a standout feature when it launched. So how can DJI top that? Well, rumors are suggesting we might see some marginal improvements, maybe around the 50-minute mark, but that's speculative at best. What's more likely is that DJI will continue to refine battery management systems, improving efficiency without necessarily packing in a larger or heavier battery. And that means you get more flight time without sacrificing portability, which has always been one of the Mavic series' strongest selling points. Let's talk video, because honestly, that's what a lot of us care about. The Mavic 3 Pro already offers 4K at 120 frames per second, stunning D-Log capture settings, and an array of cinematic presets. So what can the Mavic 4 possibly bring to the table? Well, the truth is, It might not be about beating the Mavic 3, but rather matching it and adding a little extra on top. Some rumors hint at 6K or even 8K recording options, but that's far from confirmed. What seems more plausible is an enhancement in color science, maybe some improved dynamic range and new software-driven features that make video editing even easier. DJI might also keep the Hasselblad glass because, well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? All right, now for the big one, pricing. We've seen DJI's drones cover a wide range of price points, and the Mavic 4 will likely fit into that premium bracket, just like its predecessors. The Mavic 3 started at a high price, but justified it with top-tier specs and performance. If the Mavic 4 brings even modest upgrades, expect it to start in a similar ballpark, if not a little higher. Given the current market, DJI will have to balance between maintaining the Mavic 3's appeal and positioning the Mavic 4 as the new must-have drone. It's a tough balancing act, especially with so many competing models from other brands like Autel and Skydio, pushing the envelope in terms of innovation and price. So, what's the verdict? The DJI Mavic 4 is shaping up to be one of the most exciting drone releases, maybe of the last few years. But with all these rumors, leaks, and speculations, it's easy to get carried away, whether it launches in early 2025 or a bit later. One thing's clear. DJI is taking its time to ensure the Mavic 4 lives up to the hype. So, are you excited for the Mavic 4? Do you think it'll bring enough to the table to warrant an upgrade? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's get the conversation going. And hey, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss any of our future updates. This is Alt Buzz signing off. See you in the next one.